Cameron Kelly, welcome to the stream, bud. For those of you all joining the stream, welcome. Thank you for joining tonight, this evening on March the 4th at 7 p.m. Well, not quite yet, but we're going to start off this night a little differently. We're going to start off with a little building tutorial. A lot of people have been asking me how to build realistic routes in trains, and tonight I'm going to be more than happy to show you guys how to do that. If you guys want to share the video, tell all your friends to join, and fellow Railfanners, please, you're more than welcome to. Then once we are finished, we will run some trains. Hey there, Delaware County Railfan Productions, how you doing? Yeah, I saw your comment when it came across my phone. It was like you arrived just in time. Alright. Let's get right into this slight tutorial. Okay. If you want to build a realistic route, the first thing you have to understand is detail. Detail is very, very important for realism. I'm just gonna name this one tutorial. Hey Trains Master 745 Productions, how you doing? Alright, real scale. Alright, I'm just gonna leave this at one baseboard. We're not gonna go crazy and build a whole full route tonight. When building a realistic route, like as realistic as you possibly can, every one of these tools here must be used. It's very vital and it's very important. Firstly, you must understand the layers. The session layer you'll never really use, unless you're creating a session for your route. But the route layers are very important. Let's add a layer. Vegetation layer. Trees, grass, and flowers and all that go on the vegetation layer. Then you have the road and track layer, because you don't want your track splines and road splines and anything else interfering or moving around when you're placing everything else. Then you have your buildings and scenery layer. Yeah. And then you also have your props and small detail layer. This is just things that I do when I build my routes. I'm doing alright, Trains Master 745. Thanks for asking. Alright, let's just jump right into it. I'm gonna do a really fast, realistic route build. Just this one baseboard. I'm not gonna make a loop or anything. I'm just gonna make a straight line, just a straight spline. So let's lock all of these other layers. Go into the road and track layer. Let's pick a pretty realistic trick. All right, ladies and gentlemen, watch and learn. For those of you who are interested in learning. Hey there, Wit. Welcome to the stream. We're doing all right. How about yourself, bud? Okay. This track spline has been laid. first thing you lay is the track. Track is very important because depending on your environment, you have to know everything has to be based around your train because it's a train simulator. But yes, everything has to be based around the rails. Unless you're duplicating a real life route, but in this case, we're just making up one just out of our own figment of our imagination. Hello, Ryan. How you doing? Whitney, you're on your second break at work. Out there working hard. Glad you can join us, bud. Alright. I'm still on the road and track layer. We're going to add a railroad crossing to this route. Now, it's two specific types of roads you can use when building American. Like I said, this is based around American things. If I have any foreign trains users, I apologize. But I'm familiar with American content. I apologize. Yes, this is to TRS19 built-in track. This track here, yes. Okay, so there are two types of splines. There's AAS, HTO, the road splines, and then there's also yarn road splines. I use both, depending on the route. Personally, I prefer yarn, correction. I prefer yarn because it's just slightly higher quality and they have a lot more options. Now, where you're making those whiskey barrels, you haven't caught any splinters or anything, have you? You doing all right there? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not gonna put any crazy hills or mountains or anything. TBS roads, I've never heard of them. I'll give them a try. Okay. Now, this is just going to be like a countryside. I'm from the East Coast. I live in Georgia. I live just about 10 to 20 minutes west of Atlanta. So I'm going to base this off of that. I'm going to kind of bring it to life just a tad bit. This is kind of what this environment here is going to be based off of. You know, just because it's something I'm really familiar with. All right. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, yarn and ASHTO, they have a lot of options. As you can see, I'm scrolling through and I'm trying to find. Here it is. Yes. LTGs from back shops? No, I haven't. I'm not familiar with it. Thank you. When I make routes, I make all my route signature. I leave my route signature. Attention to detail is just my pet peeve. It has to be, good. Oh gosh. All right. Straighten that plane out just a bit. Live in Louisiana. That's cool, man. You get 30 minutes of Columbus, Ohio. Do you do some rail fanning down there? Alright. This is kind of tricky to use, but we can make it work. Alright. Okay, so stop. No. All right. So once you get to this point, what I do is I just use regular paved road, unmarked roads, because it's a railroad crossing and they usually have unmarked roads at this point. Where is it? Okay, well, I guess we can just settle for this because that's quite a big. No, we're not gonna settle for that. It's a little too much space. supposed to be a stop line and all that, but just for time's sake, we're just gonna skip it. CSX, Philly sub. You live in Delaware? You catch many trains? What type of trains do you usually see? Is it a busy main line or anything like that? Alright. And another thing about building real estate routes, you have to use high quality assets. Every asset has to be high quality if you really want to build like if you want to bring it to life, you know, because like I said, everything, you know, just realism is a very important aspect. Nah, that's not appropriate for the environment I'm trying to build. This is not appropriate. Jointed rail. Here we go. Oops. Wood. Let's go. That's better. That's better. All right. Okay. Switch layers. Make sure you switch your layers if you do the layer trick. Building and scenery. Unlock this layer. Street long arm. I'm messing this all up. I'm getting this all incorrect, but it's all right. I'm just trying to, you know, do the best I can. And that Sandusky line, where is that at? 10 to 15 trains a day. That's pretty decent. Now I use ATLS. I'm not familiar with the TRC crossings yet. I'm gonna dip my feet into it when I can, but not right now. Yeah, ATLS is just very simple for me to use. It's become second nature to me. All right. So you got the roads now. We've got the track. Okay. How I build my routes, I build everything in reverse, right? Like I said, the track goes first, then the roads, and then I guess this will do just fine. Building and scenery now. Got a little bit more. What else goes with railroad crossing? A relay box. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. 50 trains a day. Ooh. Different variety. Alright, Whit, take it easy, man. Let's see. Buildings and scenery. Layer. Which layer do I want to put that on? I'll put that on the rotor track layer. You can't forget your power lines. Power lines are very vital. I see a lot of routes of most people just forget to put power lines. I mean, it's not too major, but you know, it's just like I said, it's just all about the attention to detail. Alright. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, that'll do just fine. Once the route comes together, once I'm finished, you know, laying everything down, you guys will see what I'm talking about the attention to detail. Okay. Let's put a gas station. What gas stations? Let's do Chevron. Chevron? Can I get a Chevron? No Chevron. Okay, how about race? No, not that either. What can I get? Stand by. I know I have these gas stations in here. I know I have them in here somewhere. Shout out to Dave Snow for making such great content, man. He's a fascinating, he is an amazing content creator. Shell gas station. Okay, yeah. Luckily I found Shell. Okay, we can use Shell. Shell's pretty good. Alright. Alright, rotation good. Rotation is just good. Just right. Fuel pumps. And the sign. Yeah, that'll be fine. They usually they don't have. So they usually don't have service stations at these smaller stations. Should I? Nah. We'll just stick to it. Like I said, the environment around it has to match. All right. Okay. That gas station. What's usually next? A house. Jointed rail. Jointed rail. Shout out to you all as well for making such fabulous houses. If you guys haven't went and snagged the jointed rail house, a generic house pack, you should grab it because these houses are quite good. All right, good. Rotation is magnificent. Attention to detail, attention to detail. Let's see. Yes, that. Road signs. Okay. Speed limit signs, of course. Ah, that goes on the props and small detail layer. Like I said, remember to change your layers best you can. It has a tendency. I'm guilty of it myself. I have a tendency to forget sometimes to change my layers. Speed limit 35. You know, most places usually have speed limit of 35. Try using the 4 summer trees. 4 summer. Do I have 4 summer trees? Actually, not that bad. I might give them a try. I usually just use the PG trees. They don't have any special animations or effects or anything, and they usually just they stay in one spot as well, so they're still high quality. Okay. Depending on the environment that you're trying to build, it usually has hills, or if it's just a flat land, this will be easy. But for hills or like mountains or anything, this effect would be like very good. Now, since Georgia is a very hill full, oh my gosh, the terrain is very rough. I'll say. Welcome back, Ryan. The terrain is very rough, and alright. The terrain is rough, and it gets kind of crazy how everything is built around these Georgia hills. Alright. If you want to add a gradient to your tracks as well, you can also do that. You know, just to spice it up a little bit too. So most roots have gradients as well. You're building a new root. What root are you building? Increase. There we go. Yeah. Now, not all of Georgia has hills. Some of these places have just these like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. They just have some strange land features. Okay. Now this effect, this can be put on any layer because it's going to affect the root in any aspect. All right. We're on the props and small detail layer. We should be on the building and scenery layer because, yeah, right now we just need to focus on that. What else? What else could I add? Auto repair shop. We'll do that. Join the rail. I'm coming back to you all. Auto repair shop. There we go. The rotations are also just as important. They play a big role in okay. Since this is like a more so going to be like a countryside route, I guess this will do. This will be just fine for scenery. Maybe a derelict, you know, derelict something would do just fine. That bring it to life a little bit more. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. All right. This will be fine. Whew. Now, textures. Make sure all these layers are locked. Textures can go on the. I would consider textures on the vegetation layer because it has something to do with earth. So I use PBR textures. Right now I have my PBR turned on. And when you're building realistic routes, right? Textures are very, very important. Here's why. Textures not only just add color to your environment, they bring life. So if you're using a mixture of textures, because in the real world, you know, not all grass is the same, you know, and not all the ground is the same. So the different variety of textures you use, while however keeping it matching, like let's say like this grass here. Yes, it's PBR grass, but I can't, just throw on that because it just doesn't go together. Just keep your textures together and make sure they just, it just works. Then everything should be fine. Now in this case, the whole map's going to be painted this color. Because this is, just pick a primary color for your environment. In this case, since I'm building a Georgia environment, this will be the primary texture. I'm realizing that my video what I'm seeing is a little bit behind. Okay. Or maybe it's just, I don't know, maybe it's my phone. Hang on. Yeah, okay, yeah, the stream is lagging behind. You guys are going to see it in a second. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, your primary environment, make sure you have a primary environmental color. In this case, since I'm building a Georgia environment, this is what I'll use. Alright. Let's add some track ballast now. Track ballast, I wouldn't say get too greedy with it on a single track line. You know, try to keep it as close to the track as possible while, however, covering the track. But other than that, in double track sections, you know, you can just cover it. But for the most part, on single track lines like this, you don't want to go too far off like that or anything like that. That's just too much. You know, so best you can, just try to keep it as close to the track as possible. Did I know? Yes, I was aware that my associate was streaming yesterday. He made the Spartanburg line for you? No, I didn't know he made the Spartanburg route for you. That's good. How would you rate it? Okay. Textures, textures, textures. Luckily for TRS19, we have PBR, so we can take advantage of these 3D effects. Alright, let's just hurry up and get these textures played out. Alright. Textures are a little messy, but it'll be fine. They're a little bit messy. They'll be alright, though. Okay. Let's get back to this grass situation. Georgia has, like I said, Georgia, or any environment in that, for that matter, will, you know, you just got to mix up your textures. I think this, like I said, I think the visual stream is a little bit behind. I'm gonna fix it for the next stream, but for now, once you guys see it, you'll see what I'm talking about mixing textures. I'm mixing different types of grasses while, however, keeping it closely relevant to the primary color of the environment. All right. Ground foliage. Let's see. Nah. Maybe in this one area here, but that would be it. We'll take advantage of this little sharp hill right here and make it into a small like this. Oh, let's see. All right. let's get to the buildings over here. Gravel and asphalt. Make sure you keep that around your like structures. Anything. Houses are an exception, but anything like the gas station here, or anything like that, you just add asphalt pavement. There we go. All right. Fill it. There we go. Front, back, gas station. Let's do back. Do all sides. Barn. Oh, we're not gonna add any asphalt, but however, we will add a little gravel trail. Gravel. Dirt. There we go. Yeah, just a little bit of gravel. Doesn't take much. I keep forgetting that the visual stream is a little bit behind. Don't worry, guys. I'll get it together next stream, I promise. Alright. I feel like one more texture would do it, but just for intensive purposes, we'll just move on. Alright, so textures are done. Let's move on to vegetation. Now, PG. I use PG trees. These are the PG trees that I usually use. They're closest thing to those Profig trees that TS12 supported. They're the closest thing, and I really like those Profig trees. Now, when laying a bunch of these down, of course, you just spread them out, have them kind of spaced out, or whatever you feel is best. You mix your trees up as well. Leaf, conifer, elm, oak. Make sure your trees are matching your environment. Like if you have oak trees or acacia, anything like that. Alright. That's too small. Maple tree? Georgia has maple trees. Yes, we do. Dark maple though. Yeah, maple dark. There we go. Oak tree. There we go. Alright, this will work. I'm gonna take a lot of them, just add a little bit here. There. Alright, and then you use the copy and paste tool that I'm about to show you. And all you do is just spread the vegetation out. Select area. Copy and paste mode. Make sure we don't want the height going anywhere. We don't need any textures or track. We just need the trees. So you just leave the object tab selected. Make sure you're on the right layer. Vegetation. We are good there. Paste, paste, paste. Like I said, this is a Georgia-based environment, so this would be appropriate for, well, not only Georgia, but this would be appropriate for pretty much any of the southeastern states, such as Alabama or Florida, Georgia. Those surrounding states, the Carolinas, Virginias, Pretty much anywhere on the East Coast. Like I said, it doesn't take much. For big routes, yes, it will take time to add this much detail, but it's worth it in the end, because the outcome of your hard work is it stuns you, because it gives you that feeling like, wow, I built that. All right. All right. We're not gonna add too much to it, you know. Here's a little trick I'm going to show you guys. You want to add vegetation close to the track, but you know, you're worried that it might affect, like it's just going to get in the way. Yes, it will, but here's the trick I'm going to show you guys. Okay, no, don't unlock that layer. Vegetation, make sure. Yes, you place your vegetation over it if you really want your vegetation close to the track, or just close. Yeah, just close in general. And yeah, you cover the just cover it. Okay, I can't do that. Well, it's not letting me do that there, but everywhere else that you can, just place it where you're able. There we go. All right. And all you do here, just go back and delete anything that's obstructing the track or anything like that. As long as it's clear of the ballast, you'll be fine. It's fine as long as it's clear of the ballast. And if you don't feel like deleting everything, you can move some things around just to leave it. You guys kind of feel the realism coming on just from this. Well, dang, the stream is still kind of lagging. Let that sit there for a second. It's slowly coming together, but once I really get fancy with everything, you guys will see what I'm just talking about. All right. Like I said, just delete the foliage over the track. You know, if you want to have anything close, make sure it's clear of the ballast, you know, first and foremost, and yeah, it'll be fine. Okay. Alright, lock the vegetation. No, actually no. We're gonna do turf effects. We're gonna add a layer. Turf effects layer, grass. I'm still kind of learning how to do turf effects, but I'm gonna get the hang of it in due time. Let's see, blade. Height 5, blade width. Okay, that sounds about right. Add a new effect layer and clutter. Let's see. And you can add a bunch of these layers too if you don't feel like just adding one layer. 25. Okay. And we'll pick assets later, but for now we'll just do the turf effects. Grass. I like to have my intensity kind of high. It's just what I like to see. We got a this guy. Okay, blade height. Where are you at? Let's put this good one. Takes a little of experimenting to do with this. Yeah, once I finish this, we're gonna get to the rail fanning. The grass and vegetation are kind of thick. This is just a really quick tutorial, trying to show everyone how to build a realistic route. Just a short tutorial. Shouldn't take too long. All right. Yeah, I just can't. I couldn't. I can't help it. It's just those blades are getting on my nerves. Okay, there we go. The geometry scale is how you raise and lower the grass. If you wanted to, if you do that option. Okay. All right, there you go. It's adding. And you kind of have to be careful placing this turf effects down. Hey there, Jared. How you doing? What route am I gonna do? Whatever route you guys want to see, we can do my NS Southeastern route. We can do Austell. We can do Mableton. It's up to you guys. Jared, I haven't forgot about you. I'm gonna show you how to make that GEVO. The horn. I still remember. right. Just for the sake of time, I'm just gonna add a big area of it. Okay. Yes, turf effects. It just all the turf effects that they've brought at us in TRS19. It just brings everything to life. It really does. All right. Yeah. Places like these, close to the tracks or anything, you got to be kind of careful because it will go on the tracks and it'll just look messy. All right. Like I said, we're not gonna go too in depth and go crazy with detailing this, but I'm gonna make it as realistic as I possibly can in a short amount of time. Yeah, trains ready for railroad crossing. No, I haven't done TR. I'm not familiar with TRC yet. ATLS is, my best friend right now. So, like I said, I'm not familiar with TRC. I'll dip my feet into it eventually, but not at this time. Okay. Switch layers. Let's switch. Yeah, switch effect layers. The grass is done. The flower layer. Mesh set. Everything counts. Literally, everything matters. Everything counts. Every little thing, every little detail you can add to make it as realistic as possible, add it, because it's worth it, guys. It's worth it. I promise you. Yeah, your frame, it's gonna kill your frames. Like I have 19 frames now, but as long as it's not, lagging too much, it's not unplayable just yet for me. So I'll be fine. All right. Georgia flowers. Let's switch layers again. Ground plants. Now, this is kind of the tricky thing because you like picking these mesh assets, and you have to find the right asset. You just got to experiment with them a little bit. All right, you know what? Actually, no, we'll just leave it here at this because this is good. This is a good view. This looks all right. This looks all right to me. All right, so vegetation.